Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to SixFigureTV.com, and today I've got a special treat for you. I've got a friend of mine who's actually made his first trip to Canada. Now this guy's been all over the world, and it's his first trip to Canada this past week, and we're up here in my home office in Shediac, New Brunswick, and I'd like to welcome to the show Mr. Tony Zolecki.
Hey Ivan, how are you?
Great, and I appreciate you being here for one,
right?
To be on the show, but you know we've had a chance to spend. Well, I've known you now for about 5 years,
right?
And we've been all over the world together,
Yeah.
And we've had a chance to spend the last couple of days together.
Yeah.
And you've just had an incredible amount of success inside of our industry.
Mm-hmm.
And we're going to talk a little bit about that. But
Okay.
first, I want to talk to you a little bit. If you could share with everybody a little bit about your background, where you grew up,
Mm-hmm.
what kind of careers were you involved with,
Mm-hmm.
and then we'll move on to why network marketing.
Yeah, great, and you know it's great to be in Canada. I'm actually in the lobster capital of the world, so it was great to experience that the last couple days. But I'm from the Midwest. I'm from Milwaukee, Wisconsin, and yeah, that's where people wear food on their head. We wear the cheese heads. And growing up, you know, mom and dad worked for the government and told me, you know, get good grades, study hard, you know, go to school. You know, get yourself positioned so you can be in the right college with the right professors and, you know, just go out and work for a big company and do that. And I found myself on that path, on that track, Ivan. And what happened was, man, I was trying to find my way for so many years. And, you know, I started my, you know, career. My mom had a side business that I actually helped her with. And I sold tacos out of a taco truck. And it's a great story because, you know, that was really my first exposure to being an entrepreneur in the business world. And we'd go down and you know, we'd target, you know, the bars and, you know, where there was a lot of action on the weekends in downtown Milwaukee. And we actually sold, you know, tacos and burritos and nachos off the taco truck. And, you know, I did that for years. And it was very interesting. We made a lot of money fast. And I go, wow, capitalism at its finest. And I go, this is pretty interesting. And, you know, from there I went and I traveled to New York City and had a job on Wall Street, worked for a big technology company called EMC Square, and was really excited about it because I thought, you know, I had this great expense account and, you know, all the reps were making hundreds of thousands of dollars a year. And I said, wow, if I could just be a part of that company, I could really, you know, be set for life. And I did that for years. And you know, the more I climbed the corporate ladder, the more, you know, that I had to fight for my positions and fight for my promotions and really fight for pay increases. And it was just a lot of drama. And it was something that I never thought when I first got started in that business. And from there, I went into the car industry and spent probably 3, 4, 5 years there, Ivan, somewhere in that range. And it was frustrating because I was really good at what I did there. And when you're good at what you do in corporate America, they demand more time. You know, they want you to do more things. You know, they don't want to pay you for it, but they want you to increase your work activity. And what I found my last year in the business is I was working 7 days a week, you know, sometimes 80, 90-hour work weeks. You can imagine that. I was stressed out to death. All my friends stopped calling me. I had no life because all I did was work. I was married to my career. I watched my boss have 2 heart attacks in 3 years. And the next promotion for me was his job. And I was like, wow, this doesn't make any sense. And I really sat back one day and I said, I don't have a life. I don't have a lifestyle. I don't have quality of life. And I couldn't keep at that pace because I knew that something bad would happen to me fast.
So, how did you end up in network marketing? And why network marketing, first of all?
Well,
and were you like everyone else, or not everyone, but a lot of people we know that don't have the education about the industry because it's so misinterpreted, our industry. You know, why did you say yes to it? And did you have those opinions like everyone else?
Well, growing up and as I went into the corporate world out of school, I really had a chance a couple times to hear about network marketing, see a couple presentations throughout my life, and you know, I had a chance to really see these people that were just average people, waitresses, bartenders, construction workers, just from all walks of life, you know, make millions of dollars, have this amazing story, and you know, they had no experience, they had no prior, you know, success in the industry. And that always intrigued me because I'm like, wow, how can they do that well, that fast, obviously they were with the right company at a lot of times, and they were positioned right. But that always intrigued me about the industry. So I didn't know much about it, but I did know this. I did know that people from any walk of life could get in, and if everything lined up for them in that business model, they could make a lot of money and retire fast and have this incredible lifestyle and live it, opposed to a standard of living. And that intrigued me. So when I saw network marketing, my best friend called me up and said, hey, you got to come and meet the big guy. He's coming to town from this company. And my friend said, hey, he's got the success, he's got the lifestyle we want, he makes the money we love, it's residual, he's got friends all over the world, he travels, he helps people, he's always having fun, he's always doing the right thing. And I'm like, wow, that's pretty cool. So I was intrigued, but again, I'm very grateful that a friend asked me. I know a lot of times people get into our industry and we have them make a list, kind of launch their business and get it going, and they're afraid to put their friends on the list, and they're afraid to put the people they know on their list right away because they're afraid to, what are they going to think about me? Oh my God, what are they going to tell my other friends that I'm doing? And I'm just very grateful. My best friend actually invited me to a business opportunity meeting.
So you took a peek,
Yeah.
you got involved, and what's kind of happened for you over the last 4.5 years?
Well, what's been interesting is that today our lifestyle is just so incredible, and financially we're there, and emotionally and spiritually and physically, but we've been able to help thousands of people all over the world, have a network now of over 20,000 people in about 20 countries, and in just in a couple years it's just been such a big thing for us, and we've seen it just get out of control and grow and grow and grow with or without our efforts anymore, and it's been fun to watch.